16th, 2021. Got my hair did. We are on lesson 12. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. The importance of this idea lies in the fact that it contains a correction for a major perceptual distortion. You think that what upsets you is a frightening world, or a sad world, or a violent world, or an insane world. All these attributes are given it by you. The world is meaningless in itself. So I have these clients that I help, and many times we hit up against their worries about how other people are going to see them and them trying to fit in. And I say things like, why would you try and fit in with a sick world? So I do have hope. I have a lot of hope, positive outlook. And so I called it a sick world. And that is going to be corrected. That's what I'm correcting today, lesson 12. I do feel that it won't be a sick world forever. I feel like a lot of people are working on unsickening it right now. Okay, so you think that what upsets you is a frightening world, or a sad world, or a violent world, or an insane world, clown world. A clown world is the upside down. It's bizarro world. All these attributes are given it by you. The world is meaningless in itself. These exercises are done with eyes open. Look around you, this time quite slowly. Try to pace yourself so that the slow shifting of your glance from one thing to another involves a fairly constant time interval. Do not allow the time of the shift to become markedly longer or shorter, but try, remember, trying is not doing, but in this book, it's just how they write it. This was pre-Yoda, maybe. Do or do not, there is no try. My teacher, trying is not doing, but try instead to keep a measured, even tempo throughout. What you see does not matter. What you see does not matter. You teach yourself this as you give whatever your glance rests on equal attention and equal time. This is a beginning step in learning to give them all equal value. And the Tao, nothing is good or bad. In the Tao, nothing is good or bad. Everything just is. See why I normally do these videos later. I'd rather have them scream in the hallway than be on screens. But anyway, okay. This is a beginning step in learning to give them all equal value. As you look about, you say to yourself, I think I see a fearful world, a dangerous world, a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world, a crazy world, and so on, using whatever descriptive terms happen to occur to you. If terms which seem positive rather than negative occur to you, include them. For example, you might think of a good world or a satisfying world. If such terms occur to you, use them along with the rest. You may not yet understand why these nice adjectives belong in these exercises, but remember that a good world implies a bad one, and a satisfying implies an unsatisfying one. All terms which cross your mind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. Their seeming quality does not matter. So my teacher, taught me good or bad, labeling something good or bad. If I label it as bad, it hurts me now through resistance. I resist it because it's bad now. If I label it as good, then I want it to stay good because I'm deriving some kind of positive self-image or positive experience from something being good. So she called one time, how are you doing? I said, bad. She's like, I know bad. Why bad? And I said, well, I'm a loser. I didn't think she understood what loser meant because she didn't say anything. And so I said, I'm a loser. overweight and I'm ugly and old and all this stuff is going on and on and on. And she said, okay. And I'm like, thinking she doesn't understand. And she's like, enjoy being loser. Enjoy being loser. And I was like, what the hell? So meditating on enjoy being loser, and I was like, oh, I have this new baby, and like, this is part of the whole deal is feeling like a loser, um, being tired, being overweight, being at, ragged edge, getting up every couple hours and all that. This is all part of just being a new mother. So I wasn't a loser. I was just a new mother, and feeling like a loser was part of being a new mother. So it was, oh, I see. Enjoy being a loser is, these are the good old days, I tell all my friends with babies. I'm like, remember, these are the good old days. And remember, in the middle of the night when you have to get up to a screaming child, remember, only healthy babies scream like that. And there's a million mothers who would trade places with you of children who are not perfectly healthy, or people who want babies but can't have them. They would all trade places with you. Only healthy babies scream like this. Only healthy babies scream like that. And not, I have to get my child, or I have to get up, but I get to. Because you're lucky. If you have a healthy baby, you're so lucky. They are such gifts. They are the largest source of grace on the planet. If you get to have a baby and you get to take care of the baby, I get to get up and see my baby. Not I have to. It changes everything. It's just like 90% of all diets fail when people say I can't eat that. And 90% of diets succeed when people say I don't eat that. So, oh, I love babies. I love all the people who are awake right now and understand why everything has to break down. It's all about trafficking. It's all about children and trafficking. Oh, I did mention I saw a video with someone explaining from supposedly naval intelligence that there are the Navy got 3 disruptive patents: anti-gravity craft, 0-point free energy device, and room temperature superconductor. So 0-point free energy device. Imagine never needing to pay for energy and having something that's tiny, in your house or in your work, in your business, and you don't have to pay for energy anymore. And they did talk about 5,000 disruptive patents. And disruptive patents are patents for things like these anti-gravity craft, 0-point free energy device, and room temperature superconductors that will disrupt the current system. If you look at where the heavy hitters are, the big names are, the big money is, they own, you could trace all the oil companies back to that, and the monopolies and stuff like that. So there's monopolies on resources. So, it's all right there, but yet people will be like, conspiracy theorists, like, just look it up. Just look it up. It's all open source information. Just because your head's in the sand doesn't make me a conspiracy theorist. I had to let my aunt go. This is a tangent. So my aunt who was praying for me, I think I mentioned last night, well, today I saw what that meant. And I used to think that, until today, actually, I thought that religious people, I just always gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I thought, they're always like, oh, I'll pray for you. Thanks. But I learned today that sometimes that is not a kind thing. I thought that every time they get scared or whatever like that, I just thought it was from fear, and I could give them the benefit of the doubt. And that they didn't want to know what I had to say, or they were just in fear. I had 2 women they freaked out because I was teaching a Reiki class, an energy healing class, where these yoga teachers teach, and there were these Buddhas or something. They had this front, I don't know, like an altar type thing, but it was just decorations, and they had these like Buddha things, and these two women are totally freaked out, and they couldn't take the Reiki class. Anyway, I used to think that when my aunt said she was praying for me, that was a positive thing. And today, she told me, she texted that she was praying to get the crap out of my head. Now, keep in mind, I was the last one of the nieces and nephews that's even talking. Let's see. I pray twice a day that your mind be cleansed of this crap that you're holding on to. I said, okay, good luck with everything. Don't pray for me anymore. Sonia, I love you. Leave me alone. I don't want your prayers. You're brainwashed. Good luck with everything. I'm blocking you. Don't feel sorry for me. Just let me go, peace. And it's like, after I let it go, all this information started flooding into my mind that I'm not going to bore you with. It's like, whoa. I was really just allowing this person. It's just time after time after time after time after time of turning the other cheek, turning the other cheek, turning the other cheek, turning the other cheek. And you know, sometimes it's out of fear, and sometimes it's just bitchy. So, you know. So I used that today. You know, I think I see this. I think I see. I'm upset because I see this passive aggressive, you know, whatever. All right, as you look about, say to yourself, I think I see a fearful world, a dangerous world, a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world, a crazy world, and so on, using whatever descriptive terms happen to occur to you. If terms which seem positive rather than negative occur to you, include them. Okay? But a good world implies a bad one. A satisfying world implies an unsatisfying one. All terms which cross your mind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. Their seeming quality doesn't matter. And I just love using what's happening in your life as the fodder for these exercises. And, you know, with my aunt, I kept, I was happy when she was nice, and I was unhappy when she was mean. And when there's just so much drama around this person. And I was always looking forward to when there wasn't drama. And I'm 50, and that's a lot of energy going towards hoping for the best all the time and taking it in the nuts when it's coming at you, and then just, you know, kind of rolling your eyes along with all your cousins, and then just waiting. You know, it's like we don't belong to each other. You know, souls are souls. We're all just, each one is here doing its work. You know, I love my mother. I love the soul that played the role of my mother. Okay, but after she passed, she was like, I didn't want to be around you when you're thinking of me, you cry, and you're trying to show me how loving you are. Just love everybody. You know, love Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, I can love my aunt more from not having to deal with her than I can when I'm getting, my mind needs to be cleansed of the crap that I'm on. I have no idea. My family has no idea who I am. Zero. It's like hilarious. And they don't care to know. They just don't care to know. They don't want to know. You know, it'd be funny if somebody ends up giving my stuff to like one of my family members, and they're like, that looks like my niece. Well, they won't know what hit them. All right. So just use everything. Use everything. See, what was it? 30,000 trips now down in Washington, D.C. in the Capitol. I'm upset because I see a scary world. You know, it looks like another country with all these troops, and they're sleeping all over these marble floors. Okay, So use that. Use everything you see. If you're watching the news, if you're watching any social media, I think I see a fearful world. I think I see a dangerous world. I think I see a hostile world. I think I see a crazy world. Use everything. All your personal relationships, all of your your relationship with yourself. Use everything you see in social media. Use it. This is the perfect time to do A Course in Miracles. Everything is heightened. The energy is just like, how can I help you? The energy around you is like, oh, how can I help you on your spiritual path today? Well, here you go, lesson 12. So use everything, everything, everything. I really want this to be easy, and I want you to enjoy this. And you're not going to get tested. I'm not going to call you and see if you were doing your lessons. Just do what you remember. Let it wash through you. Let it wash over you. You can run through the Course in Miracles this year at your leisure, and then you can do it again next year at your leisure, and the next year. There's no pressure here. Just use everything you can, everything you see, and let it all serve you. So everything's happening for me, not to me. The worse the drama is around you or whatever you're seeing, it's just perfect for your lessons in A Course in Miracles. And keep that journal handy. Write down some stuff. I got some stuff to write today. I've forgotten about my journal because I brought it upstairs and I never brought it back down. But whatever. You don't have to be perfect. Don't let your ego tell you, stories that you're not doing it well and just to quit. Don't quit. Just do what you do. Just move through. If you're just watching this now, I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. Even if you don't do any of the exercises, you just listen to like the videos, and you catch up. It gets in. It gets in. It's just like eating salad instead of donuts. You could fill up on donuts, but if you fill up on salad and like watermelon, that's going to be better. That's going to serve you. So if you're watching videos like this and you're like thinking about this instead of thinking about crappy tweets from your aunt or your cousins or your brothers or your sisters or whatever, your parents, if you're thinking about this stuff, I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. If that's what's going through your mind, if the stuff that's pouring through your mind is A Course in Miracles stuff, even if you don't touch the exercises, you're still spending time in a positive direction, still moving in a positive direction. You're still eating salad, filling up on salad instead of donuts, except that it's your mind instead of your physical body. But okay, this is mind salad. This is mind salad. Okay. You don't have to be perfect. I give myself permission to fail. So I tell my kids all the time, you can fail out of school. You can fail out of school. It won't matter. It's not going to matter. I swear to God, it's not going to matter at all if you fail out of school. And it's like, there's no pressure. Who cares? Who cares? I was a class clown and I became an airline pilot making 6 figures flying all over the world. I help people get cancer out of their bodies. And my family still trusts Chris Cuomo and Rachel Maddow more than me. It doesn't matter. There's so much you can't believe that doesn't matter. You just can't believe it. Okay. Right. Be sure that you do not alter the time intervals between applying today's idea to what you think is pleasant and what you think is unpleasant. For the purposes of these exercises, there is no difference between them. Okay, so pleasant, unpleasant, remember good, bad. At the end of the practice period, add, what is meaningless is neither good nor bad. Why then should a meaningless world upset you? If you could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for you, it would make you indescribably happy. I'm going to read that again. What is meaningless is neither good nor bad. Why then should a meaningless world upset me? If I could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for me, it would make me indescribably happy. But because it is meaningless, I am impelled to write upon it what I would have it be. It It is this I see in it. It is this that is meaningless in truth. Beneath my words is written the word of God. The truth upsets me now, but when my words have been erased, I will see his, capital H, that means God's. The truth upsets me now, but when my words have been erased, I will see his. That is the ultimate purpose of these exercises. So the ultimate purpose of the exercises is to see the world as, through the eyes of God, the Creator. Seeing the creation through the eyes of the Creator. The more you can keep that subconscious tape going, I am deeply and completely loved, accepted, and supported by Prime Creator as I deeply and completely love and accept myself. The more I am filling that into my subconscious, and the more I'm coming into alignment with my highest self, the more my mind becomes the one mind of God. And in Christian Science, not Scientology, but Christian scientists always say, there is no life, truth, intelligence, or substance in matter. All is infinite mind and its infinite manifestation. So infinite mind and its infinite manifestation would be God mind. And so seeing the world as it is through God's eyes, the true Creator, seeing it truthfully, seeing the truth. And I think it was this morning I said, these young moms, pregnant women, and they get so excited about their baby's name. And what happens? They get excited and says, oh, it's a girl, what are you going to name her? I'm going to name her Sally. Oh, don't name her Sally. I knew this one Sally one time, and she was just awful. And da-da-da-da-da. It's like, who are you telling this story for? This new mom carrying this life in her belly is just falling in love with this name, and she's going to pick this one name for this baby that she's growing, and you've got to shit all over it? Like, who asked for you to tell this Sally story, or Peter, or whatever name? Oh, don't name her that. Oh, don't name her that. Oh, you can't use that name. Oh, I knew one of those one time. Okay, let me get this straight. You knew one of those one time, and now I don't get to use that name or feel happy about it? Come on. So that's what it is. It's like, you got this bright, new, shiny, new mom ready to name her baby whatever. They're so excited, the couple, picks this name, and we're going to name it this. We're so excited. Someone comes and just shits all over that name. You know what I mean? And like, who needs that? Nobody needs it. Keep that shit to yourself. And it's not even that the name is bad. It's that they knew one person one time that did one thing, or whatever. They were a victim of this person named that. It's like that. That's what I tell the young people who are pregnant. Be careful. Don't tell anybody your names. If you get excited about a name, don't tell people. I had one woman just take the name. I was telling her so she wouldn't use the name. We don't see each other anyway. I mean, we're friends. I love her to death, but I couldn't believe that she named. But that's it. It's like, it's so funny what's so important, and none of it's important. It doesn't matter that we both have the same kid's name. Anyway, that's a tangent and a half. I'm so distracted by the kids screaming. All right. Beneath your words is written the word of God. So this is the Don Miguel Ruiz and senior and junior, the 4 agreements, and then the 5th agreement. We assign all meaning. So just like a baby name. Oh, you can't name her that. Oh, that's a great name. I knew this Sally once, and she was just the kindest, sweetest person. You know what I mean? But it's like, once the baby's born, and then it's named, and then you introduce a baby named Peanut Butter Cup, it's like you're still looking at a baby, and the name then doesn't matter so much because you're looking at these tiny fingernails and these teeny tiny toenails. The pinky toenail, that's like ridiculously tiny. Doesn't matter what the name is. So it's all about pulling the assigned meanings that our egos possibly gave us along the way at a time when we were maybe traumatized, maybe happy, maybe traumatized. But either way, it's still adding a positive or negative, and it's taking away the true meaning of what the thing is. Okay, 3 or 4 times are enough for practicing the idea for today, nor should the practice periods exceed a minute. You may find even this too long. Terminate the exercises whenever you experience a sense of strain. Remember also tapping. Okay, so follow your instinct, follow your gut, and instead of just terminating like a baby, whenever it gets too difficult, you can tap. Just tap anywhere. Tap anywhere. Relax. Nobody's going to test you on this. This is all for you to make it easy, to clear my mind, clear my sight, clear the lenses away from my sight so that I can see things more clearly. Let them be. Nothing's good or bad. Things just are. Okay. So one more time. I'm upset because I see a meaningless world. And then as you look about, I think I see a fearful world, or I think I see a dangerous world, or a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world. Whatever descriptive terms happen to occur. And then you just look at a pace. Slow, nice and slow pace. Slow shifting of your glance. Even tempo. And remember to include the good with the bad. Because the idea, it's just like tapping, it neutralizes. So if you can remove the good and the bad, then you can see more clearly. You can see more truthfully what's before you. So I hope you're having fun. I hope it's easy. And then at the end of the practice period, you're going to say, but I am upset because I see a meaningless world. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. You know, there's been times I've been interested in just stopping everything that I'm doing to help, just stopping everything, just not doing anything. I've lived in my car, so I mean, I have a house and kids and a husband now, but I could easily just do nothing. And that's not a comfortable spiritual thing for me to do, is nothing. Doing this is more comfortable spiritually. Okay, I better go. Bye.